If you're a royal watcher who thought the monarchy played it cool, you need to think again, because down under things got heated. Australia, with its vibrant cities and independent spirit, became the unlikely stage for a royal shake-up that no one saw coming. As the sun set over Sydney's iconic skyline, a new chapter in royal history was quietly unfolding, far from the gilded halls of Buckingham Palace. Here's the real reason the palace panicked. It wasn't just about headlines or photo ops. It was about something much deeper: control, image, and the very future of the monarchy itself. When Harry and Meghan touched down in Australia, the world's eyes were on them, but the palace's eyes were wide with worry. Harry and Meghan weren't on a royal tour. They were on a self-funded business trip. No royal entourage, no official duties, no taxpayer-funded limousines. Just two ex-royals stepping off a plane with their own luggage, ready to carve out a new path. It was a move that sent shockwaves through royal circles and the British press alike. No taxpayer cash, no palace handlers, just two ex-royals doing deals like every other high-profile entrepreneur. They met with business leaders, pitched ideas, and explored partnerships, all on their own terms. For the first time, Harry and Meghan were showing the world what life could look like outside the royal bubble. That's what rattled the establishment: independence. The sight of Harry and Meghan negotiating deals, shaking hands with CEOs, and making headlines without the Crown's blessing was more than just unusual. It was unprecedented. The old guard, used to strict protocols and carefully managed appearances, suddenly found themselves watching from the sidelines. See, the royals run on control. Control the story, control the spotlight, keep everyone playing their assigned roles. For generations, the monarchy has thrived on tradition and predictability. Every public appearance, every statement, every handshake is choreographed to perfection. But Harry and Meghan's Aussie adventure was anything but predictable. But when Harry and Meghan started landing brand partnerships and international headlines, without the Crown's blessing, that tore up the rulebook. Suddenly, the media narrative was out of the palace's hands. Tabloids scrambled to keep up, while global news outlets celebrated the couple's bold new direction. Suddenly, the world saw that you don't need palace approval to matter. Young people, entrepreneurs and fans across the globe watched as Harry and Meghan redefined what it means to be influential. Their message was clear. You can make an impact, build a brand, and inspire change. No royal title required. For the monarchy, that's a nightmare. The idea that former royals could thrive and even outshine the institution was unthinkable. Behind closed doors, officials scrambled to respond. Crisis meetings were called, statements drafted, and strategies debated. The palace, so used to being in control, suddenly found itself on the defensive. For Harry and Meghan, it's proof they can thrive on their own. Their Australian business trip wasn't just a success, it was a statement. They showed the world and the royals back home that independence isn't just possible, it's powerful. And that, dear viewer, is why the royal PR machine hit the panic button. But let's dig deeper, because this story is about more than just a business trip. It's about the clash between tradition and modernity, the struggle for relevance, and the power of reinvention. For decades, the royal family has been a symbol of continuity. Through wars, scandals, and social change, the monarchy has endured by adapting, slowly, carefully, and always on its own terms. But Harry and Meghan's move to Australia was a break from that tradition. It was fast, bold, and unapologetically modern. Social media exploded with reactions. Hashtags trended worldwide. Clips of Harry and Meghan meeting with local entrepreneurs, attending charity events, and speaking at conferences went viral. The couple's every move was dissected, debated, and celebrated online. Meanwhile, back in the UK, the media frenzy reached fever pitch. Tabloids ran dramatic headlines. Royals in crisis. Palace in panic. TV anchors debated the implications, while opinion columnists questioned what this meant for the future of the monarchy. Royal commentators and historians weighed in. Some saw Harry and Meghan's independence as a threat to the monarchy's mystique. Others argued it was a necessary evolution, a sign that the royal family could adapt to a changing world. In Australia, the response was overwhelmingly positive. Young people saw Harry and Meghan as relatable, modern, and inspiring. Local business owners welcomed the attention and the opportunities that came with it. For many, the couple's visit was a breath of fresh air, a sign that the royals could be more than just figureheads. But inside Buckingham Palace, the mood was tense. Late-night meetings, urgent phone calls and whispered conversations became the norm. The royal family, so used to setting the agenda, now found themselves reacting to events beyond their control. The palace's PR team worked overtime. Every headline, every tweet, every viral video was analysed for its impact. Statements were carefully crafted to project calm and control, but behind the scenes, the anxiety was palpable. Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan continued their whirlwind tour. They visited charities, spoke at business forums, and connected with local communities. Their message was consistent. You can make a difference no matter where you come from or what title you hold. The Australian media embraced the couple's visit. Local leaders praised their commitment to social causes and entrepreneurship. Citizens shared their excitement on social media, posting photos and stories of their encounters with Harry and Meghan. The global media watched closely. British royal experts debated the long-term implications, while Australian commentators celebrated the couple's success. An animated map showed the spread of media coverage from London to Sydney, New York to Cape Town. Back in the UK, the rest of the royal family carried on with their official duties. The Queen attended state functions, Prince Charles met with dignitaries, and William and Kate greeted crowds. But the spotlight had shifted. For the first time in years, the most talked-about royals weren't in London. They were in Australia. The trip also sparked a conversation about the relationship between the UK and Australia. Some wondered if Harry and Meghan's popularity could reignite debates about the monarchy's role in Commonwealth countries. Others saw it as a sign of the changing times, a new era of global influence for the royal brand. Harry and Meghan used their platform to highlight important causes. They met with Indigenous leaders, supported environmental projects, and championed local startups. Their focus on social impact resonated with audiences far beyond Australia. The palace watched all of this unfold in real time. Every positive headline, every viral post, every new partnership was a reminder that the old rules no longer applied. The monarchy's grip on the narrative was slipping. Compare this to their previous royal tours: formal receptions, traditional ceremonies, and carefully scripted speeches. The difference was stark. In Australia, Harry and Meghan were free to be themselves, to take risks, and to connect with people on a personal level. At business events, they listened to young entrepreneurs pitch their ideas. They offered advice, shared their own experiences, and encouraged innovation. For many attendees, it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to connect with global influencers. Meghan spoke at a women's leadership panel, sharing her journey from actress to duchess to entrepreneur. Harry chatted with tech founders about the future of innovation and social change. The audience responded with enthusiastic applause. Of course, this wasn't the first time Harry and Meghan had made headlines. Their decision to step back from royal duties, dubbed Megxit by the press, sparked controversy and debate. But their Australian business trip was different. It wasn't about leaving the royal family, it was about building something new. Support poured in from around the world. Fans created art, shared messages of encouragement, and celebrated the couple's independence. a global map lit up with messages from every continent. Royal biographers began to speculate about the couple's legacy. Would they be remembered as rebels, trailblazers, or something else entirely? Public opinion polls showed a generational divide. Older Britons were sceptical, while younger audiences were overwhelmingly supportive. Through it all, Harry and Meghan remained focused on each other and their mission. Candid moments showed them laughing together, relaxing with friends, and enjoying the freedom that came with their new life. The royal family watched from afar. The Queen, ever the stateswoman, maintained a thoughtful silence. Prince Charles, caught between tradition and change, weighed his options carefully. Analysts noted a sharp rise in Harry and Meghan's brand value. Their ability to attract attention, secure partnerships, and inspire loyalty rivaled that of the world's biggest celebrities. Meanwhile, the traditions of the monarchy continued. The changing of the guard, royal banquets, and formal processions carried on as they always had. But the world was watching something new. As their trip drew to a close, Harry and Meghan took a quiet walk along Sydney Harbour. The sun set behind the Opera House, casting a golden glow over the city. Crowds waved from the shore, cheering the couple on. The headlines summed it up. A new royal era, independence wins, the future of the monarchy. The world was left wondering, what comes next? As they boarded their plane home, Harry and Meghan left behind more than just memories. They left a mark on Australia, on the monarchy, and on the world's imagination. Back in London, royal advisers regrouped. The game had changed. The old strategies no longer worked. It was time to rethink the monarchy's place in a rapidly changing world. Young people debated the future of the royals. Was independence the way forward? Could the monarchy survive without adapting? The conversation had shifted, and it wasn't going back. For Harry and Meghan, the Australian business trip was just the beginning. Back home, they got to work on new projects, new partnerships, and new ways to make a difference. Invitations poured in from around the world. Global leaders wanted to meet. Organizations wanted to collaborate. The couple's influence was only growing. The royal family, meanwhile, reflected on what had happened. The world was changing, and so were the rules of royalty. Harry and Meghan's Australian business trip proved one thing. Independence is the ultimate power. They showed that you don't need a crown to make a difference. You just need courage, vision, and the willingness to break the mould. And so, as the lights of Sydney twinkle in the night, and the royal palace stands silent across the globe, one thing is clear. The story of Harry and Meghan is far from over. The monarchy has been shaken, the media has been stirred, and the world is watching, waiting to see what happens next. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more stories about the royals, business, and the power of reinvention, don't forget to subscribe and join the conversation below. Until next time, keep questioning the old rules, and never underestimate the power of a fresh start.